When you walk in the room, it's still, and you can't see nobody else. I'm not the only one who feels that switch inside my body change. Oh, I just want you to myself. Just want you to myself. When we go out, we don't get far, 'cause everybody knows your name. They stop to ask you how you are, but now our dinner plans run late, and I know your mother raised you right, so I don't wanna make you rise. And now and then can't help but wish this life was just the two of us. Oh, I just want you to myself. 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 You called to say that you will make it over to my place tonight. The office got you working late, and when you're off, you'll be too tired. I don't wanna make a scene. You're just so good at what you do. It's selfish of me to think that I'm the only dream for you. Oh, I just want you to myself. Oh, I just want you to myself. Oh, I just want you to myself. Oh, I just want you to myself.
Alright, welcome everybody. It is the third day of minor number 5 ILG Cup Season 3 PUBG Mobile. I'm Shade Slayer, joining me is Flash. Flash, what's up?
What's up, Shade? And we are in. Today is the 7th minor. The 7th match of the minor.
Yeah, 7th match of the minor. Indeed, we have few teams missing, which is why we will have 11 team lobby in. Regardless, it's gonna be a crazy upcoming game. Let's go ahead and look at the flight path. It is starting in military base, and it's gonna be moving.
It's a very south-based
Yeah.
flight path, and it's moving from southeast to northwest, but very much towards the south. So you can say goodbye to 7 East Tower, Kameshki, even Yasnaya, Lipoka, quite far, unless they pick up those vehicles and go. If you pick up vehicles and go there, or I know any place is possible, but you lose a lot of looting time over there. And if the circle is not in your favor, you coming back into the circle is going to be a pain. But you see, everyone's moving towards the north. Everyone is moving towards the north.
See, the idea behind actually heading towards those remote locations is the fact that you don't really want to clump up together and eventually end up not getting enough loot, right? But over here, you're going to have only 11 squads in the server for this group G match. So I don't expect the squads to actually have to go too far. Primarily because I think with the current places that are available for that parachute route, I think they should be able to find enough loot for everyone. That being said, our favorite place is Georgiopol. Looks like we'll again see at least 3 of the 11 squads in the server heading in that direction, and I see a lot of teams in and around the bridge area on the eastern side, Johnny.
Yes, on the bridge side, I see this team squad number 13. They're moving upwards. I thought they might want to go towards Novo or military base, but they looks like right now they're gliding above the bridge. So that's squad number 13. The squad number 7 also that's near the bridge. The squad number 6 which is near Milta. We can see squad number 17 and 18 also gliding away right now. They haven't landed yet, and finally 17 have made their way.
Yeah, let's have a look at EOS Cade right now. Looks like he's found himself level 2 West backpack. Some decent amount of heals as well early on. EOS again, one of those squads that's been with us for quite some time. Since the initial minors, unfortunately. I'm not sure if... I think they did make it to the semi-final, but maybe not the finals. And let's see if today is gonna be the day where luck is on their side. What's on your... what's happening on this side,
Squad number
Kratos?
13, they are splitting up and trying to go towards Milta Power. And looks like Kratos, he's picked up one vehicle and he's left his team aside. His other team is picking up another vehicle and coming. They're looking to go to Milta Power. And that's also another high loot area. Can quickly loot from one single building. So it looks like they are prioritizing that.
Yeah, and Vampire, part of MYM. Team Mayhem, in fact, I think has played in every single minor thus far. Even made it to the finals. They've won qualifier matches before, but unfortunately, it's been that grand finals. It's a hurdle that they've not been able to overcome just yet. What do you think?
I mean, they were so close. They came fourth.
They came third in one of them. I still remember it was that open fields ending on Erangel, where I think they ended up finishing in about, I think it was 5th or 6th position, which meant overall they finished on third and unfortunately couldn't qualify. So looking for some change in fortunes here. I don't see them requiring any kind of change in play style here, at least in the qualifier and semi-final matches. I think it's pretty much just down to performing on those 3 maps on grand finals day, Johnny.
Yes, indeed. It's that grand finals day which is important. It's not like the
And it's
qualifier
the
days.
pressure, right? And eventually, to an extent, you have high expectations. You're winning these qualifier games. You will, of course, expect a top finish. Having failed, I think in the last 4 attempts now, hopefully it's not playing on the players' minds, and they can just refocus and ensure that they do get something moving ahead. Let's move over to Octane XGH. Currently,
Yeah, they are in South George.
Okay.
There's squad number 10 as well next to them, and then there's squad number 20 which is on containers. They've gone for the high. But I've realized in this update this season, there's not that. I mean, containers is not that great of a loot. Okay, for one squad it's good, but if there are 2 and 3 squads that are fighting over there, you're going to burn out all the heals that you get over there. You'll manage to end up getting the guns, but you lose a few people, and the loot is not that great compared to how it used to be before.
I mean, Georgia Pole containers as well as Novo containers were the two places to be, right? The amount of loot you would find is just immense, including flares as well. Now, I remember there was a point of time when we used to play that we used to find a bare minimum of 2 flares up at Georgia Pole almost every single time. And looks like it's been balanced
the
out
nerf
a little bit. Yeah, it's been balanced out a little bit. And right now, I think that was also partly the reason why we would see so much traffic, right? There's just massive amounts of tier 1 loot available on Georgia Pole, and in most of your puck games, even sometimes in these qualifier games, teams are willing to take that risk and take that early fight in exchange for a chance of getting amazing loot walking out of that first phase. Let's move over and see what's happening on the other side. Squad number 6, that is, I believe, Team Clown, who've already picked up 2 kills by the looks of things. They did start off with only 3 players, so they are playing with a man disadvantage, but they haven't let that bother them too much. They've got themselves off to a hot start. Let's see if they can keep that momentum rolling. The 2 players that did eventually go down there to squad number 6 are in fact from squad 7. They are God's Rays, and they've lost Eco as well as Avatar very early on, and it's down to NMS, Grunge as well as Fury to hold the flag high as of now. They're not really having much loot. I think it was a question of once the 2 players went down, these 2 just basically just got up and left and said, hey man, we'll just keep running all the way to farm and then start looting up. So eventually they will find themselves some loot, but again, you gotta come top 4, and I think it's survival is gonna be the key here for God's Rays if they are to qualify in. Let's move over and see what Reds is up to. Looks like they found themselves a bike. Quick painkillers being popped there by Reds.
Yeah, it looks like they're gonna make their way out of here. Oh, that glitch. And they're just gonna find a better place maybe to take a fight. This has been the quietest, match that I've seen yet, because everyone are in secluded places. No one's everyone wants to get those high tier loot, and then when we move into the circles in between, it's going to be action packed, which will never stop. It'll be like shooting, healing, shooting, and that'll be the end.
Alright, let's have a look at the map right now. The circle has revealed itself. It is on the western side, pretty much encompassing all the teams, short rotations for most of them.
I have a feeling this is going to be a Gatka end shade, and Gatka ends are one ends I hate because it's such open fields.
Yeah.
And the only places these two nalas, you call them in Hindi, right?
Yeah.
That's where you can hide. Otherwise, you're just in the open.
Indeed. And I see shots being fired here by Reds. And it's just casual shots. Never mind. Sometimes the mini-map, it does trick you up a bit. It says, hey man, they're shooting. And you're like, hey, maybe action, maybe not. But we're gonna have a drop come by. And this is, in fact, just north of Quarry. We're gonna have a Groza 762. Tax stock and the level 3 fun stuff. So Groza, I don't think the PUBG mobile version has received the nerfs that the PC version of Groza did. So I think it's still a pretty strong gun to carry. I don't see too many players playing the Groza though these days. I think they still prefer to have a fully kitted M4 over the Groza. Let's see if someone...
That's only because of the stability issue with Groza. If you're going for that long range sprays, Groza is not an ideal weapon to be playing with, but Groza close range is so fatal. Trust me, no other gun can win against the Groza.
And right now, let's move over to Vampire, who's squad number 8. Actually says Dot Clan. So these guys right now are looting up one of your favorite places, pre-mosque. They're just about inside the circle. In fact, the circle barely clips half of pre-mosque, and I think they're not gonna worry too much. They'll probably head over to Ferry Pier, loot it up a bit. Uh, might they Yeah, like we saw, the bridge camp might have been something that some of these squads might have been thinking about, but uh, with no teams going towards that military island initially as well during that flight path, they would have seen nobody getting off, and you would have been like, hey, it doesn't really make too much sense. Let's move over and check out NXT squad number 10, NXT underdogs. Currently up at hospital, and I think did see some shots being fired here as well. I guess that was squad number 8 that was rotating north towards Georgiopol, and unfortunately they couldn't really find anything much, but they're gonna be pretty content here, continuing to loot up. There is a decent amount of loot to be had, and yeah. So for people who are just tuning in, who haven't tuned in previously, this is the qualifiers move on to the online playoffs that will happen in January, where we will have 32 squads. Top 16 will move on to the LAN finals that will happen in February here in Bangalore. The qualifier format, of course, is going. Basically, we have Monday to Fridays. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday we have 8 groups. Who will battle it out. Of the 8, 32 squads, top 4 from each of the matches will move on to the semi-finals that will happen on Thursday. 32 teams battling it out. 16 will qualify to the finals on Friday, of which top 2 move on. And not only do they qualify, but they also win a fair bit of prize money as well on the line. 20,000 INR for first place, 5,000 for second place. All brought to you by courtesy of sponsors. Title sponsor Alienware, powered by Logitech G. Associate sponsors Nextwave, Multimedia, and Kaspersky. GP partner Galax. Energy drink partner Monster Energy. And I see an arm on Johnny's screen. I light up.
Yeah, it's the next drop, but that is towards the edge of the circle, and there's squad number 19 near it, but I don't know if squad number 19 is moving towards it, but it would be a beautiful drop to take. It's an AWM, and there's one casual tax stock as well with it. I don't understand
Why
the
not?
logic of that tax stock coming over there, but yeah, level 3 helmet, level 3 vest.
Even there are these chances sometimes as well where you get the M249 and you have like an 8x with it, right? So you're gonna, hey man, I'm gonna put this 8x.
So I used to always think the drop has a format: one scope, one gun, the bullets of the gun.
No, not really. There are chances. In fact, I think it's only about a 50% probability of there being a scope in the drop. But more often than not, you see sometimes heals being there. You have, of course, the first aids. Sometimes I've seen med kits. I've also seen adrenaline syringes in the drop as well. But I don't think you get an energy drink and a painkiller, do you, John?
No, you don't get. Sometimes you get a medikit. You get a full medikit, but no energy drinks. You get syringes.
Yeah, you get syringes. I've personally picked that up a few times as well.
Look at some love being spread around over
Indeed.
by the two ladies. So this is another girl squad that we have that's playing this minor, and with them it is Soul Devil, who's their third player.
So is he from the
Yeah,
original
he's from
Soul?
the original Soul. He's the 5th player from there.
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess that is that as we move on. And in fact, on the far side, I see who's that? Octane Goo for the win. Not too far away. But looks like Ghoul is as well having some fun of his own, as in jumping around building to building. Got teammates close by. 36 players in. I think we've lost a grand total of 4 players as of now in that early phase, and that was very early. In fact, this is not.
Oh, the next drop is in Georgia.
The next drop is it?
Georgia, yeah. These people are moving towards the drop itself.
Alright.
Look, it's just above them. They're not able to look on top.
I'm gonna go ahead and check out what it is. In fact, it is an M249, some ammo. I think we can agree that every single time there's an M249, it's always accompanied by 100 bullets or 556. I think that's the standard.
That has to
right?
100.
It's 100, right?
Yeah, that has to be. Otherwise, that gun, it requires so many. That one magazine is. So what happens is they generally tend to give 50 bullets or one entire magazine of M249.
Alright. It's in fact going to be Soul Devil who's going to pick up the drop. And yeah, it's an M249 in his hands. And yeah, he's going to quickly move out. They don't need to really move out too far though. They're pretty much still in the circle. I think they're now pretty much gonna go around hunt for squads. I don't see this being the squad that actually try hards to make it to the
Oh, he spots Devil, and he has the AWM Vex. Devil, he stops. Now there's going to be a clash out over here.
yeah.
But Vex is just falling back. He's waiting for the team to give him cover.
Ooh, I think the first shot did tag him up a bit. I think there was a shot onto the foot.
Was that with the car 98? Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was with the K98.
So it looks like Devil is on point. His first shot of the game.
And let's look at this. He goes for the second flick onto EXE. Gonna be off target. Oh, Devil peeks out. I think went there shoulder exposed. Ends up taking a little bit of tag. But it's just peekaboo right now.
Now it looks like Mega Vex is just going to, flank from the right hand side. He's using another energy drink, though not quite as such, but it looks like he's going for the flank wraparound play. He has the AK and the M24, and this might not be expected by Soul Devil. He's going for the heroic play.
Mega Final Boss just keeping, in fact, Devil occupied.
Oh, he's now very close.
But you need to check out Avantika's position. She's actually all the way on the far side. She's in fact gone behind enemy lines right now. She's got bird's eye view and she's been spotted. She had that opening. Unfortunately, she could not really achieve much, and Misha is also gonna come join into the party here. They find two, and I think this is gonna be the cleanup coming up soon. Shots fired. Avantika is gonna miss the spray down, and yeah, Soul Devil gonna turn up. EXC is gonna be last man up. How long can he survive? I don't think for too long. Devil. Oh, Devil in fact ends up taking a lot of damage. He's gonna drop down and he finds the kill onto Leo. The knock comes in and it's gonna be only EXE up. Gonna spend some time, quickly get the heals out. They will go for the full flush onto Leo. EXE still being hidden inside, and I think Avantika might be the one going in for the chase eventually. But Mega, it down to one player only. Things not looking too great. They're under some immense amounts of pressure.
Oh, he does not see Devil behind him. He's just running. Vex. Devil is looting that crate, and he should have spotted that player. It looks like he's just going to hide out over there and play for position. Right now, if their team gets eliminated, he's going to get eliminated in position number 10.
Yeah, that's definitely not going to allow them to qualify. Mega, again, one of those teams that's had some amazing performances. Unfortunately, they've again been one of those squads that have a lot similar to that of MYM. Couldn't really take that final step into the online playoffs. But right now, they're down to the last member, Mega. Pretty much
But
right
he's
now
going back
facing
up. I don't know if he's wanting to take the fight, But it looks like because they are going to come to the circle towards him immediately right now.
Yeah, I mean, right now, squad 20 have to push in. They've got no real options, but... Ow,
He spotted the
EXE.
vehicle.
He's got the perfect angle and Devil. Question is going to be how fast can he react. Avantika is being spotted. Spray coming in and the attack comes out. Devil. TPP, yeah, he spotted him. He pulls out the pan. Molotov's on the ready. Wait. I think he missed through the Molotov. Yeah, indeed. He just threw it
But
at
one
the
thing good about this Vex is his rotation. He's playing mind games with them, and now he's rotated all the way. But I don't know if it's such a long rotate. But this is going to be really interesting to watch.
Let's see if they get the jump. Avantika's there, and I think EXE just spotted him. But the problem here is he just can't go for one single spray. He needs to give it a trick. But oh no! Devil has left her behind,
And he's playing from the blue zone.
Yeah, he's playing from the blue though. Devil. Can he get there in time? No, he can't. Avantika will get flushed out, and now Devil charging in 1v1. Who's gonna make it out of here? EXE versus Devil. It's being spotted out. Devil will come out on top, and that's gonna be the end of Mega. As that was pretty unfortunate there for Superiors too. They're gonna lose 2 players out, and Devil's gonna have to carry on the reins all alone. Let's move and see what's happening with NXT Ringo.
Looks like squad number 10. They've made the way towards the circle. They've taken a good compound as well. They've spotted one squad which is towards their left in those yellow houses up over there.
Talking about circles, let's have a look. In fact,
Oh, there he sees Ronnie.
at the
He's gonna
circle.
pull the trigger.
The circle right now is moved near Gatka. So, like you guessed, it's a Gatka circle. And let's move back over and look at some action here. Like you said, Ringo did spot out, I believe that was
Squad number 13
Ronnie.
he's already, and also squad number 6. He spotted both.
We have a drop coming in. Another M249. So many M249s up in play today. Already one on Devil, and there's going to be another one up for grabs. Let's move back over to this fight here. Ringo. Looking to see if he can spot anyone. He sees the drop go behind. And squad number 6 not even going to budge. They are just too risky right now to even attempt moving out and trying to pick up that drop there. And looking at squad number 8, I think we're gonna see some action here. They drive up. Oh, they drive straight into squad number 7, and they lose both players here. Aye, aye, aye. And meanwhile, on the far side, we see a vampire getting knocked down as well. And will they get the cleanup? There is Reds who's waiting very close by. He's pretty much in the gutters right now. He's going to drop the smokes, and Vampire should be fine. Reds, see how he's going to play this. Does he have eyes on anyone from squad 9? I don't believe he does. And the smokes should provide sufficient cover, but the problem is Reds has no info on...
Zeus is positioned himself beautifully next to Cloak, and he's just waiting for someone to push. They are, I mean, the entirety of Octane is there, 3 people, but the 4th person is still missing over there. I don't know where the 4th player is playing from.
I mean, timing is gonna be everything here. We have Reds charging out, and I'm not sure if any of them have been spotted just yet. If both of them right now pretty oblivious to each other's positions. And this is a neat little drain to play with as well.
Yeah,
It just provides so much cover, and
But the thing is, the fights at this drain are really scary.
I mean, it is
Because-
scary if the teams actually cut the distance, right? Then you can just get peaked from multiple angles. But when you're holding angle specific to the one right now that Reds is, when you know for a fact there is no player close by, Zeus in fact ends up taking in quite a bit of damage, and
He does quite a lot of damage to Reds as well. The Reds was peeking quite up in the open, and now Nova's taking the position instead of Reds is healing up. So they don't want to let go of maybe a particular place because they are playing like to get information, and while the others make the rotation to try and cut one or two people down from the squad.
And look at this third party, fourth party, fifth party, everything is gonna come into play real soon. There's squad number 17 EOS who's going pushing up against squad 7 who's looking at squad 21. So everybody is looking to get in a piece of the action here. And I think the biggest winner currently right now, looking at the positions of the squads, I think is EOS. I think they have the absolute best position. They don't really need to worry about. They can let the squads fight each other out, and third party their way into this. We have MYM Cloak, both moving in very close to where squad 7 currently is. I think EOS are going to look to relocate out as well. They have smoke dropped. I think that's still all 4 players. Yeah, they're 4 strong. They have another Dacia.
Oh, looks like Cloak is moving straight into them right now.
Ooh, Ishu spots one player. He comes across it. He almost runs while the player's over. He's getting shot. Kaboom! Bye bye. How are you gonna? What's the plan there, man? He sees one player and he's like, yeah, I'm gonna go the other way. And now they're all gonna come charging through. Ronnie managed to find one knock in EOS. Oh, they're dropping one by one. Cade is down as well, and they should be able to find the flush onto 2. No, they don't. Where did the kill come from? I think it was Bruno Mars from all the way across picking up the kill, was it?
Yeah, but Bruno Mars is getting hit by Cloak, and Cloak also gets knocked down over there. And that's really...
Well, it is everything is going down right now. Oi, oi, oi. Move over and see what's happening with Reds. Reds has at least got the smoke down. And meanwhile, I think that's Octane who's also looking to get involved. Finally, they've waited long enough and they want to try and get things done. Looking at Reds, has he spotted the players out? I don't believe he has. There's sufficient amount of cover there right now. And Ghoul, he's pretty low right now. He will get that full first aid off. A quick loot. Up 15 players alive, 6 squads alive.
Imagine such a small circle and 15 players alive.
I can believe, and this is primarily because of the 4 buildings and the 3 or 4 ridges that we have. That is all the covers these squads have. And oh, Reds. He takes a nade in the face, and look at this, the circuit's moving in. People need to move. Everybody needs to move fast. And I think this reposition is what is going to catch some of these players off guard. Squad 9 is going to pull the vehicle out. And they're going to make their way out of that bridge. But on the other side, we have another squad waiting. Reds!
He did fire some shots onto Goal, but it did not connect at all. Goal instead took the left and has moved out.
But Ghoul hasn't really got much space to work with. He needs to move out, and we have people going down to the zone. In fact, Nova is down as well, and that is rough. They should be able to get the full flush out, but do they expect EOS to be here as well? They're 2 players strong, and they might look to get into a fight here. The charge comes across. Do they want to actually push out?
Oh, Reds, a beautiful nade onto Goal, and he's starting away. He's getting shot as well from somewhere. Oh, it's Hunter behind the tree, and now Reds might get taken down. He does.
He does eventually end up getting knocked down, and Cade's gonna go for the push. He's part of the first player out, goes for the spray. Unfortunately, Hunter just about manages to get into cover. Zeus wants to repeat this. They're trying to tag team, get that double peak going, and unfortunately, Cade just caught up in the middle of all of this. Hasn't really been able to find an opening to get that spray in.
This is right now really crucial for Vampire to get this res up, because right now they're still not in the top 4. They need to get that one more position to for sure secure themselves.
And Kate's gonna push in. He's gonna go for the big play here. He spotted one play. Will get the knock in. Barely manages to find time to go for the reload as well. Zeus is down. Hunter is all alone. Can he get the full flush out? He spots out the feed and he's... Oh no! His teammate goes and he gets knocked out. Can he get the second? He's gonna go find it. Can't find the kill. Hunter goes huge and... Oi, oi, oi. That was massive. That was big play there from Hunter. And as we move on, we're gonna see Reds find 2 kills in, and it's down to a 2v2. We do have already Grunge, who's gotten knocked down, and I think it's gonna come down to NMS and how he can play this out.
See, NMS is already
2v2, but yeah, 1 knockdown, so it's gonna take him some time to get those heals out, get those reses out. But Vampire, yet again, they find themselves in a position to take a chicken dinner in a ILG minor qualifier. Johnny.
Yeah, Mayhem have really definitely played well, and they're practicing so much together that now they're used to this. Is like scrims for them, and they're getting even better and better as they're progressing ahead.
Yeah, we're gonna stick with NMS and Vampire here. Ooh, I think he spotted Reds. Out there in the corner. NMS gonna drop the smokes in. More smokes being deployed. What do you do here? Do you just wait for the final circles to show up and just play the positioning game, or I think, or do you move out to hunt? And I think the answer is don't hunt.
Reds gets the knock onto Grunge.
Yeah, and it's all down to Fury right now. Fury alone 1v2. They will in fact get the full flush out onto Grunge. Reds is here. They're trying to get the trade. You need to move as 2, and you need to be in a position to trade. And they're using the smoke beautifully there. A small peephole in the smoke. They're trying to spot him out. And oh, why was he spotted out? Can he get the spray out? He's going for the flame, but no, he can't. I mean, he did make the correct decision there to go prone. But boy, oh boy, he missed a lot of shots there on that spray down. I mean, that was pretty much Fury's whiff there on that spray. Should have had that first knock. I'm not sure if Reds was in a position to get the trade, but he should have had that first knock regardless. But MYM, they take the chicken dinner. And with that, it's a pretty high kill chicken dinner as well. It's 10 kills in. Second position going to, I believe that's God's Rays, who lost 2 players. I think they were pretty much the first 2 players down in the server, and they're gonna come up second position, 6 kills, secure their slot in the semifinals tomorrow. I think
even Octane definitely they've
got 6 kills themselves as well. But EOS
now
might be able to
between EOS and
I think EOS with 7 kills, they're gonna bump, unfortunately, superiors to there into 4th position. But shout out to all the people who turned up and joined us for this minor. Regardless, it's been an explosive game. We still have one more qualifier coming your way. That is Group H. Just Shadesplay and Flash. See you folks in just a bit.
When you walk in the room, it's still, and you can't see nobody else. I'm not the only one who feels that switch inside my body change. Oh, I just want you to myself. Just want you to myself. When we go out, we don't get far, 'cause everybody knows your name. They stop to ask you how you are, but now our dinner plans run late, and I know your mother raised you right, so I don't wanna make you rush. And now and then can't help but wish this life was just the two of us. Oh, I just want you to myself. 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 You call to say that you will make it over to my place tonight. The office got you working late, and when you're off, you'll be too tired. I don't wanna make a scene. You're just so good at what you do. It's selfish of me to think that I'm the only dream for you. Oh, I just want you to myself. Oh, I just want you to myself.
of sunshine and not a lot of rain. A whole lot of happy and not a single tear on my face. Pockets overflowing with what I need today. Doesn't mean that it's easy and it isn't always great, but it's all good. It's all good. Life is going like it should. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. When you know where to look, it's all good, it's all good, it's all good. The picture isn't perfect, the road ain't always straight. It gets a little crazy, and you know sometimes we need a break. But it's better than it could be. It should be. Taking what we're given, we can't complain 'cause it's all good. It's all good. Life is going like it should. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. When you know where to look, it's all good, it's all good, it's all good.
Yeah, sometimes it's gonna rain, but I can't complain. You know what I'm saying? It ain't a perfect picture, mister. You know that's true. But it ain't about what you say, it's about what you do.
Good. Yeah, it's all good.
It's all good.
Life is going like it should.
Life is going
Yeah,
like it
it's
should.
all good. It's all good. When you know where to look,
Gotta know, gotta know, gotta
it's all good, it's all good, it's all good. Good, it's all good. Life is going like it should.
Life is going like it
It's
should.
all good.
what's up, guys? Welcome to the final group match here, Group H of mobile PUBG minor number 5. I'm Shade Slayer. Joining me is Flash. Flash, what's up?
What's up, Shade? And this is going to be a really interesting server because we have so many exciting teams, 4-man squads in, and this is going to be a battle till death.
Yeah, and last 4 slots up for grabs here in the semi-finals tomorrow. Big shout out to all the sponsors. Title sponsor ILG powered by Logitech G. Associate sponsors Next Time Multimedia and Kaspersky. GP partner Galax. Energy drink partner Monster Energy. The flight is on its way. Let's have a look at the flight path, and this time around it's still gonna stay slightly southern, towards the southern side, but this time a lot more places accessible, and lucky for the squads as well, it's 62 players in, so they're gonna be pretty much looking to use every single inch of this map here, Johnny.
Yeah, this flight path is moving from north towards south, but it's going smack bang in between Lipoka, Yasnaya, School, Pochinki, Quarry. So again, every place is accessible, and I mean Novo is also not that far. Military base is not that far. You can either glide there. Novo, you definitely have to take a vehicle, but even now Zarki is also possible if you pick up a vehicle near Georgia Pole or near Rozhok. So yes, every part of this map is quite accessible for each team over here.
Yeah, but surprisingly, right now we see there's no one heading towards Pochinki. I think that's about only one.
That's surprising. No one's gone to Pochinki.
Yeah, I think there's one squad heading in towards Rozhok right now. Looks like Quarry might have one squad. Yasnaya has 2 squads as well, and I think that's squad number 6 and squad number 5 that have currently gone to Yasnaya. It's gonna be Vegito here. He's found himself actually no armor, no helmet, no nothing as of now. He's just got the shotty, the S1897, and he does have squad number 6 very close. I'm pretty sure he's heard the footsteps as well, and it's a little bit in a panic mode, quickly trying to find as much loot as possible as we look over at squad 5 Galaxy,
He's just very close to one person near the church over there, and he needs to be careful because he's making quite a lot of noise. He's hearing footsteps now, and he kind of has an idea that there is a squad next to them. But if he's in the open, he can get taken down easily as well because Jiren has an eye on him.
Yeah, there is in fact all players from squad 6 currently keeping tabs on these 2 players, Charizard as well as Galaxy. Galaxy currently actually was prone inside the building trying to use TPP, but I think they've kind of figured out where squad 6 is playing from, and you can already see squad number 5, that is K4M, falling behind slowly, and they should probably move out of this area and look for another place to loot. Yasnaya definitely not secure enough for only these 2 players to go ahead and continue looting that up. As I say that, let's look back at squad number 14. We have
looks like squad number 14 have gone for that scavenge loot, looting all the small places of Gatka, and they have squad number 17 IGC, which is next to them. It looks like IGC is making its way towards Georgia Pole containers, and there's no one in containers, so they should be able to get over there in pretty safe and get that loot as well.
And I see shots being fired right now. I believe there's one player here. There was CSPGE Ward who's gonna pick himself up a buggy and head out. The timing window was just so tight that you saw 4 players just converge in onto his current position. And question is though, are they gonna go ahead and chase this? Not really sure, but as of now, squad 21 and squad 17 both gonna come in kamikaze into Georgia Pole, and I think squad 17 first finds themselves a gun there inside the warehouse, and squad 21 are gonna drop.
Oh, the squad 17 on top, and squad 17 jumped. He's trying to get the knock on the first person, but Fusion J also has a gun. They are playing ring around the rosies. The knock is down on squad number 21. And however, the recovery is also there, and IGC Dark gets taken down.
So that is, I think, squad number 21. Losing in 2 players there, but it's only knocks. They've not got
It's only
flushes
knocks.
in just
The
yet.
complete finish has come on to IGC Dark.
Yeah, look at Cigar, who's also coming in. I think he's going for the long wrap around. He has himself the AK, but decides to currently move. Okay, switching over to the M4, and no one's really pushing in just yet. I'm pretty surprised that IGC gonna spend some time there going ahead and looting instead of probably trying to punish this. They know for a fact 21 has just come in, so odds are they don't really have tier 1 weapons. Even if they do, they don't really have too much ammo. All of them definitely don't have armor vest
And
either.
as soon as the vehicle was going towards their friend, they should have started moving, because they know that
Ooh, they will.
Fusion J getting knocked down over there, and he tried to run away. He still hasn't picked up. Yeah, he's got a revolver, but where are his guns?
Yeah, we see the res coming out from a Fusion UVG, and they do eventually lose one of the players here. They're only, I think there was Blade who does get cleaned up. They're gonna look to move it, but look at this pincer move. 2 players coming in. XVG turns around and not enough. Will get taken down, and Jay, last man alive, he's gonna get converged on pretty soon. They're all charging in. Did not check the containers. There we go. They do eventually check it, and Fusion J, bye bye. It's cleaned up. Falcon gets the kill, and that's gonna be squad 17 progressing on. They do end up losing, I think, 1 player there, Dark, who did get flushed up, but they stay 3 strong, and more importantly, they managed to get 3 kills as well, and that's
What is that? Is that a ghost? Or is that a bug? Or is that a spray?
It's a bike.
Oh, that was scary, man. They're also shooting at it, and they're thinking that it's a person. It actually looked like a person, dude.
It did. Especially with that skin, right? It did look like it was one of those racer bike jackets that these guys had, and pretty scary. But yeah, not a player in question. There is just a bike parked very weirdly. Not really sure how that bike ended up in that position there in the first place, but I think that is a question for another time, another day, perhaps. As of now, we're gonna stick with CSPG Matt. This is one of the players who almost got himself in some trouble. Was completely isolated from the rest of his teams, but eventually was able to kind of find a place to loot up, catch up with the rest of his teams as well. The first circle has been revealed. Johnny, walk us to the circle.
Yeah, and the first circle is quite centralized, but more towards the east. And you can see Lipoka, Milta Power, Novo, Military Base, Milta Farm. Both the bridges are still in the circle, and maybe one team might want to get out of the left bridge, one might want to get out of the Novo bridge. But yeah, it is still quite central, quite a large circle as of now. So a lot of teams that are on the outside, the squad number 12, squad number 17, squad number 11, squad number 18, 7 and 9, they need to start moving in. There is squad number 19 who is towards the east, northeast. They have a pretty safe entry into the... I mean, there are 2 teams that are covering the peripheral from Yasnaya, Poliana, squad number 6 and 5. But if team number 19 enters, they might just go straight in towards shelter or prison and not wait near Yasnaya. Squad number 17 and 21 have access towards Rozhok. That Rozhok school place is completely empty, so they can still take positions over there, while the other teams... There might be a clash between squad number 9 and squad number 20. If squad number 20 waits at that barn house, at that area towards the bridge, that could be one clash that's brewing over there. Or if squad number 10 tries to cross that bridge over there, so they could end up in a 3-way battle. Apart from that, it does not look like any other battles might take place as of now pretty soon.
Yeah,
There is another drop also coming in, and
Yeah.
it's your favorite drop.
It's the AWM, but the drop is pretty much on the right, towards the right bridge, between the main island and the military island. And as of now, there is, I think, squad number 13 very close to that position. They would have seen the drop go down, but again, it's smack bang in the middle, right, of the water. I don't think it is worth taking that risk. You never really know if one squad waiting on the other side can pretty much rain in all the shots. You just end up getting caught in the middle of nowhere. But well, right, only time will tell if squad 13 actually wants to jump in on this. Let's you. All right. Let's quickly have a look back at the map.
Yeah, now you can see the as the circle's moving in. Now you can see the rotations of the team. The squad number 12, who is halfway in 70, half in Zarki, so they would have had decent route, but they have to either come via the Yasnaya bridge or they're going to come via Rozok bridge. Now the problem is IGC is there, Reaper is there, and CSPG is there. All CSPG might go via Gatka, but squad number 17 and 15 have to go in via maybe Ruins or via that Rozok bridge.
Hold that thought. Squad number 18 just had new visitors coming their way. Squad number 7 has pulled up not too far away from this current position. Reckon YT keeping tabs as squad 7. I think they're completely oblivious of another squad being here, but 18 definitely knows of their presence. We see, in fact, Reckon just slowly fall back, join up with the rest of his teammates. Again, very early on, none of these squads really want to go ahead and take fights. We've already had 9 players taken down. That's actually a fair bit in considering a competitive PUBG at the beginning. You have those mishaps happen where maybe 4 or 5 people go down, but 9 people, maybe even double digits, is pretty uncommon, I would say. So considering that, squad 7 here, as they move out, I believe it was the right decision from ZDT to fall back, give themselves some breathing room, make squad 7 feel that they're comfortable in that current position they are. But as of now, with the vehicle pulled up, will they continue looting or are they just going to leave? That's the question once they complete.
They might wait for the circle to come and see where the next circle is going to go head, and then they have the vehicle, then they would move. I don't think they're going to move that early until they wait and see where the circle is ending.
Yeah, they are currently gatekeeping on the western side, so like you said, they're probably just waiting on the circle, the next circle to reveal itself, which it has, as the circles in fact moved a little bit towards the central area, but it still pretty much encompasses both the bridges.
Look at this, there might be a battle at the bridge. It's going to be really interesting to see that battle coming in, though they have not crossed the bridge yet, but they are gatekeeping squad number 20.
Yeah, squad number 20, and I believe that squad number 8 who's looking to move
Squad
in.
number 10 is also, squad number 10 is wanting to cross that bridge, and squad number 20 is gatekeeping. This is going to be really fun and interesting to watch them, how they're going to cross that bridge. Are they going to make that crossover right now, or they are right now looking for information to see if there's anyone around? But I think Freakin has spotted someone.
Yeah, I believe that at least the way that they're angling right now, I think they have Sahil keeping tabs, and I think as soon as they, if they haven't already, as soon as they hear the first shot go off, they're gonna turn back. They're probably gonna look to take one of the water routes through, or maybe find themselves. Okay, I do in fact spot a boat on the far side, but too far to swim to right now, and they're currently in the zone, so they don't really need to make a decision right away, but their options are eventually going to dwindle as the circle closes in. The amount of
So
space.
are they deciding to go back?
Yeah, they're going back. They're gonna head back towards the military island, and they're gonna look for a water route back out. Yes.
Yeah, because they don't want to take that risk. Right now, 15 teams alive, 53 players still there in the server, and they know how much is that risk, and they're like, do you think the risk is worth it? No,
I think that's become one of the standard decisions, right? You wait and see. Even if you don't spot anyone there, even if you have a sliver of doubt, you eventually take the safe decision. You take that water route, find your way into the main island, because if it was maybe a 50-50 circle where there was a chance of it being a military ending, then I think, okay, it would have made sense to actually not fully commit uh, just yet. But as of now, I mean, it is 100% gonna move towards the main island, at which point of time they will have to find a route back. But they did have snipers for a fair bit of time, and I think they might have spotted a boat or two there to move back in. But as I say that, I see scorecards suddenly erupt up. I see players going down, and I think that is still shots coming in. Which squad is that, Johnny?
The squad number 9, Noob Reaper.
Imperious,
And
yes.
Yeah, bot gunsling got knocked down over there. There is squad number 11 who's hovering around them, and they don't know from where they're getting fired because it's a sandwich between two teams.
Yeah, and even squad 11 actually has been firing from a fair bit of distance apart. So I think right now squad number 9, they've gotten themselves into the building. They were pretty exposed a few moments back. Right now they should be harder to find, especially since squad 11 are inside buildings themselves. As we see another drop making its way in. This time, of course, it's gonna be the M249 ammo, level 3s, and the med kit. And this time, it's again in the water between Military Island as well as the main island. Another drop. Probably that will never see the light today, unless maybe
Reviving bot gunsling.
they haven't rezzed their teammate yet. But they have, I think. Oh no. What? Hello?
Okay, well, maybe. Anyway,
Moving on.
moving on.
As we see Reaper there quickly trying to work in on the tires. The circle is slowly closing in, and with that, it's getting where the playing field is getting very tight as well. Squads 11, I believe that's 9, 12, all of them have formed themselves a nice little huddle there in the middle of the circle. A next circle shift is going to define quite a lot, and usually circles like this in the current position that they are don't really shift too hard. They shift more towards a central area.
I feel again it's going to end towards that cliff that we saw yesterday, which was a very interesting end actually to watch.
Yeah, backs to the wall, backs to the water rather. The squad who is at that edge does hold a significant advantage. Maybe not so much, maybe yes, towards the upcoming few circles, but definitely not the final 2 circles, which is where it becomes a sort of like a coin flip on whether it ends up on top or at the bottom, at which point of time the whoever is caught on the wrong side almost certainly ends up not having a good decision to make rather than a Hail Mary play.
True.
So let's look back over to squad number 9. That's and we might have another fight brewing here with a team Pixel. As we quickly move over, squad 20, they're gonna find themselves a vehicle. In fact, might have had kills already gone down. This was the squad that was gatekeeping up that Yasnaya bridge. Not sure if they found any kills here. They might have, they might not have. Didn't happen off screen. As on the other side though, we do see shots fired as Reaper does eventually spot multiple players out.
Yeah, squad number 11 have taken that compound, but Reaper, look at this. He does a lot of damage over there onto Matt, and he is just going to play it safe now.
Yeah, Matt is gonna find his way towards the backside of that building and heals. He's got himself a first aid, but his level 1 helmet rather is almost completely bust. And right now, I think he's gonna go ahead bandage up. It has no boosters either. Might get some boosters dropped over from his teammates, but this is pretty hard times right now as CSPG Still, I believe they are the ones inside the circle. And okay, I was wrong. Look at that circle shift.
Oh my god, that's a crazy circle shift. But the funny part is, look at the fight that's happening over there. The squad number 20 is moving in, and the squad number 11 also over there. They are looking at squad number 15 as well. Zeus, he has an idea that squad number... Oh, he's going to catch Matt from behind. He's spraying away, but he's spraying on the ground. Why do you need to crouch and hit that shot? He could have hit that shot straight. They did not know that there was a player. They were behind, and he missed on such a crucial opportunity over there.
Matt is just being very lucky. And look at squad number 10 on the other side. Meanwhile, squad 20, two players have already come just charging through. Matt is just going to be in some world of trouble. He needs to go for the free fire. They come in from behind. They find the kill. They get the knocks in, and they do get the flushes out as well. Squad number 11 are in a world of trouble. They're not fully out of this just yet, though. They've lost only the single player here.
And CSPG.
Oh, the opening, and Gulkhan not only finds one but knocks Zeus solo as well. Nade's on the ready. This nade's gonna be huge. Can he get it over the vehicles? I think he did. There is Freakin who's also low. Nah, the nade doesn't find anyone. It looked like it was primed perfectly, but yeah, not enough. They're in fact gonna go ahead and preemptively blow up the UAZ as well to ensure nobody takes a damage moving ahead. But oh boy, squad number 20, they should have had this done and dusted. They had to overcome it eventually because they missed that initial spray, but regardless, you will find the knock onto Ward here. Immediately Gulkhan moving into position to go for the res. Pixel, I think they go for the push here. They've got more utility to work with, so they can go ahead and use the nades. And Muse gonna find one, and Gulkhan, oh, he turns back and cross. He leaves himself way too exposed. Oh no. And I think that is pretty much it here. Oh no, it's not. Eventually, I think there's Harsh who will find the final kill in, and squad number 11 are gonna bow out in position number 14. 13 more squads alive. And squad 21 is where we're gonna look over next. Squad 10 has pulled up right. Is this one player right now, the last remaining player? They've got one kill, and squad 10, they've lost two players themselves early. And no, they've not actually. Squad 10, I think they've lost only one. They're 3 strong, and Shroud RD is gonna try and make the play of his life.
Yes, indeed, Shroud RD. He's
1v3 situation.
1v3. Can he do it? This is a question because of time. He has 1 minute on the clock. And look at the cluster shade. There's a cluster of squad number 12, squad number 9. They're already into battle. And look at Havoc. He's spraying away on squad number 9. Now squad number 9's position has been compromised. Their vehicle is also taken down. Now is squad number 12 going to push? That's the question. No, it does not look like they are making the push.
Oh, Foxer has been spotted out though here by Reaper, but he has himself a DP with a 3x. Not the best of combinations to fight this distance, but I think his teammates are going to probably look to continue spraying away. Look to see if they can get lucky with maybe some damage in, maybe a knock. M4 6x. That is, of course, in the hands of the right player. A 6x with an M4 just is absolutely insane. Sid PvP is gonna try his luck at this, but I think he's spent quite a bit of ammo there, and he's dropped down to about half health. So I think the time is pretty much come to fall back.
Looks like Karthik, he did spray away. Squad number 10 is moving towards them now because they are very close to the circle. There are houses on the right, and squad number 20 has already embarked on that place. So squad number 20 and squad number 10 might have a clash over there. Pixel friggin' holding the boundary, and
Yeah, they're not too far away from squad 10 here, but it's only 2 players. I think 2, 3 players maybe.
oh, the fight is happening. They are shooting bullets over there. Squad number 10, one player is outside the zone, and the zone is going to start ticking.
Yeah, zones come in, so he's found himself a nice little corner here. But look at the rest of squad 10. They're coming in from the far side. We see the vehicles coming out. Do they ditch their teammate and run away? I think that's the decision here. Or is it? No, he's going to reverse back in. They're going to park up the Dacia in the middle of nowhere. The problem with that is you're going to lose your vehicle. When there are so many squads, you don't really, even with where squad 15 currently is, their vehicles are also way too exposed. You're gonna have to keep vehicles different angles so that if eventually teams do spot it out, they don't end up losing all the vehicles that they have from one single angle. Looks like Pixel will find a knock in on the far side. They're in the garage and they're coming up slowly towards where squad 10 rather currently is. Zeus keeping an eye on if he can spot any players out here. What's happening with Rek and Whitey?
Yeah, it looks like ZOT, one of their members is down. He has to go for the recover over there. And the push is already happening. He's getting shot as well. Oh, he's the only person alive from his team now. He needs to take that vehicle and start moving out. He needs to get the heal as well, because squad number 12 is now pushing onto them. There's squad number 9 also in front of him.
Havoc has eyes on this. He spotted out Rek and Whitey already. He knows for a fact that he's under that. And on the back side though, you see squad 9 also driving across, so they've bought themselves some time here. And oh, look at Havoc. He had an open shot and yeah, they're done. Adios. Hyphen.
Squad number 6 and 12. This is going to be a really crazy battle.
Yeah, I think we have another fight that will brew up here. Havoc has no idea, by the way. They're behind him. Havoc turns back across. Ooh, could have gotten close. Was very close indeed.
And he's important. He's spraying away onto Havoc. He knows Havoc's position now.
Nate comes in, does so much damage, and he's only got the 2 first aids. He's gonna have to pop one of them here. 1 second. Maybe that nade does enough.
Ah, too high, too high.
Yeah, it's straight at the tree.
But he needs to get into the circle.
And he's been spotted out here. Spray coming in. Havoc dancing left, dancing right. Finds the first one. He needs to find more though. Is he gonna look for the flush? He's looking for more teammates here. And yeah, they've spotted them all out. They have eyes on everybody.
Goku, he just makes it with the skin of his teeth. Oh, look at his health. He's going to heal up. He drops 2 smokes. Now they're left with 3 people alive. And squad number 12 is just next to them.
Yep, it looks like Havoc does eventually take the knock in. Let's move back over and see what Goku is up to. As we still have 6 squads alive. The final few circles coming in. If we can have a look at squad number 17, I believe, who's pretty much holding a compound here. I think it's only one of the 2 compounds that are available inside the last few circles here. Lots of smoke cover as Falcon looks to maneuver around. Squad number 17, squad number 13, right up against each other. It's in fact 2 buildings inside the same
squad
compound.
Number 13 is going to get sandwiched over here. And this guy has blocked himself with the vehicle. I don't know why. Squad number 12 is there. Squad number 17 is there. Squad number 15 is coming towards them. I don't know what is squad number 12 going to do.
Yeah, they're going to be in some trouble here. They've got players behind them as well. I think it is decision time right now. How do you want to play this out? If we can quickly get an aerial view on how the circle's looking like. We have, there it is. It's 17, 13. Opposite buildings. One's in the squad house. Up on top of the hill, of course, there's another fight I think that is breaking up here. DBC Goku gonna get shot, and meanwhile on the other side, Unicorn spraying away. I think they will lose one of the players. In fact, goes down to the zone eventually. And Unicorn just about at the edge will hold on. Squad number 15 is where we're going to move up to next. Who are also
So look at Unicorn, he has bird's eye view of everyone over there.
he does in fact, but I think it is Exodia who's running.
Exodia is now, he has 3 of his teammates still left, and he does not know that but he should understand that by now there is going to be definitely one squad over there, and Exodia, he's not going to try and enter that building. If he has to, he needs to push it with his teammates. If he does not push it with his teammates, there's no chance he can, siege that house.
Right.
Oh, he drops the nade, but the nade misses completely.
That was so far off its target, and that would have alerted the rest of the people that let's move back over. Unicorn, they've grouped up. They've got themselves into the Dacia, and I think they're gonna make a beeline straight in towards these central compounds. This is huge. They're coming straight into squad number 17. Fight's gonna just break up. Falcon takes so much damage in already on the way in. They're just gonna go at guns blazing, take the shots, and Falcon going for the res behind the building here. They've already lost. They've lost one player. They've got knocked on 2. Falcon barely manages to get the res out. Money is gonna get flushed out as well. They're gonna go charging out. Falcon not being spotted out just yet though. They're taking time, dropping the smokes, trying to get the reses on. Unicorn going in for a res himself, and needs into the building. They expect people to be inside the building. I don't think there's anyone inside the building now, is there? Maybe one from squad 15, not sure. As at least this.
Oh, Exodia comes in with that vehicle, and Unicorn, beautiful position, spraying down.
Yeah, they just gonna come charging into this one. Come on here. RXS being spotted out through the smoke. The Falcon finds the knock for the Falcon. He's gonna end up getting knocked down himself. And he has his teammate in for cover.
I mean, Unicorn with his beautiful plays, he's trying to secure the kill, but he's gonna get knocked down. Was that a mistake over there? He shouldn't have gone for the kill secure. Instead, he should have waited.
Yeah, there's Cigar here right now. Cigar is gonna go for the res. Rixon's down as well. How are they gonna play this out? Cigar is gonna get cleaned up with the players that are inside. Squad number 13. Well, up at the first floor, they have Felix knocked down. They're gonna bolt the vehicle here. Falcon, still some time for him to pop that first aid if he wants to. Nades being thrown inside. In fact, it's a Molotov.
Oh,
Felix
they're burning.
gonna go down to that Molotov as they're gonna get burnt up inside. What's happening with Cigar? Cigar's come in and he's found Reaper Exodia as well, and it is down to, I think,
It's 2v2.
It's 2v2?
No, 2v1 with ELM sitting on top and then the other two on first floor.
Yeah. How is IGC squad number 17 still in this? They should have been out loud.
No!
Oh my lord!
That raining from above, that jump and spray.
Oh man, AKOP. Timing that was perfect. They're in the corner, huddled one next to each other, and he just jumps down, sprays away, sends VSG for a well-deserved chicken dinner there at the end. 8 kills in IGC. An amazing performance. 12 kill haul, but they just end up being fodder there at the end. What an ending. I mean, IGC probably deserved to take that win, but one individual flash of brilliance.
And if you go by kills, they might go ahead. You can.
Yeah, they're probably gonna go ahead. They're at
8 versus 12. And 26, they might be even.
no,
actually.
no, it's 30 and 22, right? So for first and second place, there's
30
8,
and 26.
22.
Okay.
So it's an 8 point, yeah.
Then VSG wins.
Yeah. So
that's-
regardless, has been an amazing day of PUBG action. Beautiful end there. Reaper, of course, 3rd position with 5 kills. 4th position has 5 kills as well. 5th position has 6 kills. 7. So you see, kills this time around is not cluttered towards that top 3, top 4 teams. It's well spread out, but unfortunately, Hyphen, I think, are just gonna end up not able to make the cut here. Big shout out again to all the sponsors. Title sponsor ILG Cup, Logitech G, associate sponsor Next Month's Meeting, Kaspersky, GP partner Galax, energy drink partner Monster Energy. This is Shea Slayer as well as Flash signing off. See you folks tomorrow for the 2 action-packed semi-finals that will go live at 6 p.m. Until then, goodbye, good night. Enjoy the rest of the night, folks.
you walk in the room, you're still, and you can't see nobody else. I'm not the only one who feels that switch inside my body change. Oh, I just want you to myself. Oh, I just want you to myself. When we go out, we don't get far, 'cause everybody knows your name. They stop to ask you how you are, but now our dinner plans run late, and I know your mother raised you right, so I don't wanna make you rush. And now and then can't help but wish this life was just the two of us. Oh, I just want you to myself. 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 You called to say that you will make it over to my place tonight. The office got you working late, and when you're off, you'll be too tired. I don't wanna make a scene. You're just so good at what you do. It's selfish of me to think that I'm the only dream for you. Oh, I just want you to myself.